Good morning, or good evening. It is evening, isn't it? It's Tuesday evening. I am Stampin' Dee Dee, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I love what I do. I love making cards, creating scrapbooks, and I love sharing what I learn with you. So, this evening is Dying to Know, and I do this once a month, Dying to Know, where I pick out a bundle of stamps and dies that might have some really interesting pieces, maybe some pieces that you might not know what to do with, and I work with that and create samples and then show you how to use those pieces so that you can enjoy these bundles. And tonight is Unbounded Love. Now, I do want to say before we get started with this, that this is normally on the first Tuesday night of the month. But we were out of pocket, and then we had a really busy week, and anyway, it got put off until today. So I'm happy to be able to do Dying to Know with you this evening, but there'll be another one in just 2 weeks, because it'll be on July 2nd, I believe is the date of that Tuesday night. So be watching for that. And also Thursday morning, I do Stampin' Thursday every Thursday morning at 10 o'clock right here. And then I post it on YouTube as well. But this Thursday is Mystery Make It Together. So I will post a list of supplies tomorrow right here on Stampin' Dee Dee's Doings. And you'll gather those supplies, cardstock, paper, stamps, whatever. And then on Thursday morning, we will make a mystery card together. And you'll follow along as I do it step by step. So it makes it really easy for you, but our card is going to turn out so different because you've selected different cardstock and different designer series paper. So let's do that together Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. All right, let's get started with Unbounded Love. First of all, this is an interesting set because it is both a sentiment set and a label of sentiment label dies. So here are your sentiments, and I love that these are a mixture of fonts, both script and regular font. The first one, Hope, is believing in a brighter tomorrow. Love never gives up. Faith is being sure of what we cannot see. Now, these words, hope, love, faith, and then peace makes the world a better place. These are separate stamps. These are photopolymer stamps. And so you can take let me get this off. So you could take the faith and use it separately, or you could put it with faith is being sure of what we cannot see. So I think that is a really cool way to do it. And then you're a true blessing, feel better soon, you've got this, friend, little one, best of luck, sympathy, have a blessed day, happy birthday. There's a little bit of everything here. So these stamps can be used in so many different ways. Then we have the dies that go with this set, the Unbounded Love dies. And these dies are labels that these sentiments will fit in. But there's so much more than that. There's so much more than that. First of all, let's look at this one. All right, so you have a die that cuts not only an outline, like this, So let me move the stamps over, move these over. So you have not only this die that cuts this, but it also then has another edge where it cuts the inside out. And so you can have an outline of one color. Let me see. Yeah. You can have an outline of one color, and the inside, if I could get it lined up, it does line up perfectly. There we go. An outline of one color and the inside of a different color. So that is really cool, isn't it? That's what this one does. This one die gives you two different ways to use it. You could stamp your greeting on the white card front and then have this as an outline. Or you could stamp your greeting on this and have a different color around it. I'm going to lower this just a little bit. And maybe it'll make it a little easier for you to see. All right. Then you also have some of the same, let's see, this one and this one give you multiple opportunities to cut out extra little pieces to use around your die or with your die. So you can actually cut 4 of them with it. So that's these two. Or you can use them in other places on the card. All right. I'm going to put those back for right now. And I'm going to move these back over here for right now. God, I'm going to show you these one at a time. And then I'm going to let you look at the whole set. All right, next, let's look at this one. This one is really interesting. Now, it does the same thing. And it also can coordinate with this die. So we'll start with this one. And let me see. So this one cuts an outline for you. Then it also cuts the center out, just like the other one did. So you can have a different color outline. And a different color inside. Here's another one where you can put the white on the inside. So that's this one. It makes 2 different cuts. You can use the outline without the center or with it. But you could also take this die and give it even more variety here. Let me put that back there. Because this one is a single die. It just cuts this out. So you can use this all by itself, or you can position it underneath this, and it gives it the scalloped edge. Now I may not be able to get it completely there. That's pretty close. Pretty close. It does fit perfectly. It really does. But without gluing either one of them down, it's hard to get it. There you go. Positioned just perfectly. There you go. So you can do the outside all by itself. You could actually All right, so here's another one with just this dye. Let's use the blue. You could just do that. Use it that way. Or you could have all three pieces together. There again. There we go. Yeah. Well, you get the idea. And once you glue it down, it becomes really easy to put them together. So lots of options with that as well. I could take this center and put it in this one. And then you've got a tricolor. Look at that. All right, you've got that. And you could do that. So that's with these two dies. So now I'm going to put this one back over here. This one back here. And I'll show you this one. This is just a small accent die or a sentiment die. And you can either use white or a color of your choice. It doesn't really coordinate with anything, although you could certainly put it on top of something or in something, but it's just a small sentiment die. Like you could put your faith, your love, or put friend or little one. Any of those sentiments would work. All right, I'm going to put this back over here. And then we're going to go to this one. This, again, just makes one cut. And it Oh, okay. You know what? I didn't do one of these because it is just one cut. And it makes that shape, which is basically also this shape. But this one is using this die, which is the same shape. This one just cuts one with the edging around it. And if I had a quick piece of cardstock, I could cut that real quick and show you what it does. Let me see. Yeah, let me just run that through real quick. Not sure why I didn't do that one. Let me run it through. Show you what it does. All right. Oh, now why didn't it cut? Hold on. I'm not sure what happened here, but for some reason, it didn't cut the bottom. Isn't that weird? All right. Maybe I got in a hurry and didn't put it completely on it. All right, here we go. So there it is. It's that one. Just cuts the shape out. That's all it does. Now, you could use this one with it because it would actually fit inside of it just as an additional accent. This one, I'm going to put this back over here for a minute. because it's this die. A little bit different. This one cuts twice. So it cuts the outside edge, just like this one did. It cuts the outside edge, and then it also cuts a different, makes a different cut for the inside. Now, I cut twice. I cut it white, and then I cut it green, and I switched them out. So you can see how you could vary the color of the center. And you could use this inside this, on top of that, to just create all kinds of interesting shapes. So that's with this die. So this one just cuts the one shape. And this one cuts two different pieces, a scalloped edge, and then cuts the inside. So you could put a different color on the inside. All right, then we're going to go to, so we did this, and we did, no. So, yeah, the reason I didn't do this one is I guess I thought I had, because I did this die. So this die also cuts two pieces. And this is the one I pulled out just a minute ago. So it cuts your edge that you can do in one color. And then if you run it through again with a different color, you have a center. So here's this one. So you could do your stamping. You could add another point of interest. Let's say we add that on it. And just put the word friend or little one on that. So many ways that you can mix these and combine them. There was no way I could create samples for all of them. But I tried to use as many as possible. All right. Put this back over here. Put this one up. And next we have two circles. And that's just what they are. They're just two circles. A large circle and a smaller circle. You could layer them if you wanted to. Like I could put the larger circle under the smaller one. Create a point of interest. But they can be used in a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways. And I'll show you one on one of the sample cards. All right. The big one goes there. The little one goes here. All right, here are two more labels that are just that. These are just label dies. That one and that one. So, and they are designed to fit the sentiments. All right. Put that back over there. Put these back. And now we're going to come to one that is a very interesting die. So this one, well, we'll leave it that way. Cuts an outline, including the flowers, which will look like this. But then you're also going to have the center cut out. So hang on to that. And I cut another outline in the blue, and here is the center. It'll also, then you've got these, which cut out extra of these. So you can layer them around or use them somewhere else on the card, just to create a lot of variety. So that's this die. Cut your outline out. You could just put it on your card front. I cut another one in a brighter color. Isn't that pretty? So I'll put this one over here and put the center here. There we go. There. And you could use theirs elsewhere on the card, or use the same color, and just however you want to do it. Lots of different ways that one can be used. All right. So that, I believe, covers every shape on here, every die. Let me get this back on. Get this one back in. All right, so what I want to do now is bring over, I've kind of messed it up, picking things up and not putting them back exactly where I had them. But just to show you how many different opportunities you have. I'm trying to straighten my shapes out just a little bit. Bring them in where you can see them. There's that one and that one. There's this one. There's these extra flowers. All right. So, lots of different ways that this set of dies can be used. What an awesome, awesome set of dies. And Unbounded Love, your sentiments, along with your dies. Lots of different ways that you can use these. So let's look at some cards. I'm going to move this aside and bring in some of the cards. Remember I showed you that the circles could be used in different ways. And here's an example of that. So this is using the deckled circles, but then these two circles as well. And this is the new Charming Duck Pond set. And I just used a deckled circle on the inside, and I think a piece of the paper on the envelope. But isn't that just the cutest thing? And I tried to match up the, I just used the outer edges after I cut the deckled circle out, and cut a couple of circles just to pop it up, to give it a point of interest. So that's one way, besides just a sentiment, that you can use the circles. All right, let's see. Then here's a card made using this die right here. And then some of the extra pieces, this die and the extra pieces. So I stamped the sentiment on the inside and added my extra pieces and layered it onto my image, my card front image. And I just used the same embossing folder. I believe it's the eyelet. Yeah, the eyelet embossing folder for that one. Okay. This one then is using a die from one of the other sets. Now my mind is not going to let me tell you which set that was. Anyway, but here is the shape. This die right here. This one is cut right here. My twine covers it up a little bit, but you can see the sentiment. My heart goes out to you. Centered with this extra cutout. Okay. And here we have a simple card using this die. The one that cuts out 2 pieces again. This one. So I cut the pool party outline and then another one with the white. And by the way, you're going to have lots of little odds and ends when you use the blue outline. Then you're going to have the white insert. Well, I keep these in a bag, and it makes it so easy then to come back and create a card real quick. So there's that one. And then last but not least, I used several different shapes on this one. I used this die and did the petunia pop outline with the white inside. Get my die back over there. And then I used this one, and I used this for the what is that, Mossy Meadow outline. And then I used this one for the petunia pop and the white. And then I cut some of the extra little flowers and added them over here. I used my deckled rectangles and created a frame to go around my paper. So that is samples of how you can use these incredible dies. I mean, you can create so many wonderful looks with the Unbounded Love set. So let me bring it back in a minute. Try to get them all back on here. There we go. So with these dies, you will be able to create a variety of different cards. So the Unbounded Love dies, you get 16 dies, but many, many more shapes. Way more than 16 shapes. So give it a try. I hope I've encouraged you to give this set a try and see what you can do with it. I think you'll really love it. All right. So tomorrow, watch for the clues for Mystery Thursday and join me as we create a card together. So thank you if you were watching with me. Thank you. This will be put on YouTube shortly. So you can also watch it there. If you're watching it on YouTube, thank you so much. And if you have a question, I go back and look at the comments, and I would be happy to answer a question. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to work with you. I would love to help you pick out sets and coordinate with papers and ink and blends, and I would love to help you do that. Answer any questions you have, guide you through this process. So if you don't have a demonstrator already, please let me know, and I would love to help you. And if you're watching this, please comment and let me know where you're from, and if you already have these dies, and if you're enjoying them. So thank you so much for watching tonight, watching the replay, watching the YouTube. I appreciate you so very much. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.